Afternoon, everybody. I think let's get started. A partnership, Partners for Possibility, Circle 44, that's us. Wow. Second slide. Not as it should have started. I think both for my partner and myself, a very unlikely partnership. I'll just elaborate slightly on that. Myself, I had a lady calling me, it was Carol, I still recall her name, and I think she hounded me for this PFP, and I thought, yeah, you're a real nuisance now. There was an inclination to be part of it, but I'm not somebody that runs full steam with everything. You know, I pick up hiccups, I can turn around, I say, okay, leave it there. And this lady nagged me. And she nagged me, phoned me. And eventually I said, just come and see me. Let's get this over and done. Not realizing, at the same time, I think when Farida came on board, she said to Leah, I want a school in Eldorado Park. I prefer a school in Eldorado Park. And I remember when Carol came to me, I had to fill out a form, and I also done it so half-heartedly. And I thought, let me just get this woman off my back because she's nagging me. And eventually it happened. And on the day where we met at Ngidi Primary, at Philemon School, I was in Kliptown and my phone died. I didn't know the directions. I didn't know where the school was. And I was going to make a U-turn and just go home because I'm 2 minutes away from there. And it was hot that day. And I sat in the car and I said, how do I get? And my daughter called me on another phone because I didn't have data on that phone. And she said, I'm going to direct you, just ride. I'll take you right to the school. I'll stay on my phone and I'll direct you. And I got there. So the unlikely partnership. Farida had another school of choice, which she first engaged with. And whatever happened there, the principal decided it's not for her, and she ended up with me. So definitely started off from both ends of our world, unknown to each other, this unlikely partnership. And then we met in Ngidi, and wow. I was a bit apprehensive, but we met and it went on. Beautiful. Everybody was still a bit stoic there at our first meeting. And got off going, and we then moved on to our first meeting here. Time to think. And that stuck with me, and I must say, every engagement we had, whether it be with Leah, whether it be on our virtual, whether it could be with Farida, it was one of our strengths we really focused on both. And I must say, it is one thing that has stuck and that has nurtured itself, and I believe will still do. This time to think. The moment of silence and the moment of acceptance. So that for me is just heartfelt. We then moved on, and we then went to Flawless Consulting. And unfortunately, at that Flawless Consulting, both myself and my partner fell ill. And we left. And I thought, well, you know what? This means it's... Immediately after that, and this is, the destination is defined and the route for the journey is clear. The destination is defined. Whether we're in it or not, it will be defined. And that's Murphy's Law. When something needs to happen, it will happen. Whether something fetches you around the corner, you will be there. And that's what we've learned with this. And we've been on the journey just as, and I remember when they introduced us to this chart, wow. We went through this whole thing and went through the journey, and we looked at it and we thought, wow, this is a long journey still to go. Then what happened? We had COVID. And COVID just took the wind out of our sails. And I think for 2 months we just weren't consulting. Nobody was talking. Everybody was on their own vibe and enjoying lockdown, relaxation. I did. And I just built, because it was time for family. It definitely was. Connecting, and then Leah with her harping, can we please start the virtual again? And we started the virtual. But COVID strikes and our world changes. Technology set in. What a struggle. What a struggle. Some of us couldn't be on there. Load shedding, not enough data, connectivity. In our areas, connectivity is very bad. We didn't have access to school. And we just started something new. Virtual. Zoom. Mute yourself. Put your video on. We will go down in history. And I think this is the core of where I want to get to. Is that this group, no other group in PFP experienced what we experienced. It was such a beautiful learning curve that we will go down in history as those who stayed the cause, and this is not the end. So I can't see it, my eyesight's a bit bad, but you can see. You can. Okay.
Then got back to the stuttering start. Stopping was not an option. We connected in a new way, learning and most of all, we demonstrated unimaginable strength and resilience.
Beautiful. I also just want to bring in before we and there's something that's going to happen after this that we're doing. We extended ourselves to other groups, to PFP 1, Group 1. And I joined on with that group. And Rama, who done our community building, excellent. I just missed one of these virtuals again this week. Louise connected us with other principals, and we had a virtual with SGB, and we had a virtual with finance, and there was so much information. I just learned so much. I'm not a fee-paying school. It was a virtual that was so rich for private schools and semi-private. But you just realized the hesitation I started and we started in the beginning.
That's 5 minutes.
What a beautiful journey. And I want to say to each one of you is that your face resonates in my mind. I want to say to my partner, we've engaged on so many levels that we were open. We could be open in our partnership. There were weaknesses that you discovered about me, and I spoke openly about it. There were strengths you picked up. To Leah, who like Dana said earlier, was a glue, keep on connecting us. I'm a very bad person with paperwork, but we just felt it. And even our trial that was at the end, it was just remarkable. So the journey that we thought would never end, will never end. And this is not the end. And I think it's the echo of everybody right here. So I may not have gone, or we may not have gone where we intended to go, but I think we have ended up where we needed to be. And we are here, whole, healthy. We just want to play. I just want to end up with a song. It's a short song.
We used to be frightened and scared to try the things we don't really understand why. We laughed for a moment, then start to cry. we were crazy. Now that the end is already here, we reminisce about old yells and cheers, even if our last hurrays were never clear. Farewell to you, my friends. We'll see each other again. Don't cry, 'cause it's not the end of everything. I may be miles away, but here is where my heart will stay with you, my friends, with you. Yesterday's a treasure, today is here. Tomorrow's on its way, the sky is clear. Thank you for the memories of all the laughters and tears. And not to mention our doubts and our fears, the hypertension we gave to our peers. It's really funny to look back after all of these years. Farewell to you, my friends. We'll see each other again. Don't worry, 'cause it's not the end of everything. I may be miles away, but here is where my heart will stay with you, my friends, with you. Farewell to you, my friends. We'll see each other again. Don't worry, 'cause it's not the end of everything. I may be oceans away, but here is where my heart will stay with you, my friends, with you. My friends, with only you.